Hey, hi guys, welcome back. All right, so Virgos, I wanted to do kind of a look at the potential avenues of how things could go. Kind of like the Akashic Records, how I'm not saying I believe in the Akashic Records. I'm a fictional storyteller after all, but the idea of the Akashic Records is that like everything that could ever happen is already kind of like up there in this recording of how one's life could go, has gone, will go. Um, but what I would like to do is take a quick peek at this kind of like just for the month of September, what avenues might be open to our Virgo, or what master avenue might be an option for them that could unfurl should they choose to go down that path. And we have the death card. Starts out with Scorpio energy. A major transformation is very possible this month for our Virgo if they choose to accept, if they choose to make this happen. 10 of Swords, a major ending. And Virgo emerging as the most like self-identifying character ever. They could have a massive ending in something that would release a lot of burdens that has actually been bogging our Virgo down without our Virgo realizing it. Could have been bogging down their finances, could have been bogging down their connection to the divine, because I see the cow here and I kind of look at that as like the kind of like the connection of the cosmos, the Milky Way itself, that Hathor, the cow goddess from the Egyptian concept. I feel like if there's something that Virgo could do this month that could they could release something, it would let them fly higher, almost like cutting, the string on a balloon that has been pulling our Virgo down. Look at this. And as I say that, Virgo could soar up into the atmosphere. They could go so high. And if we have the morning glory flowers, so it's like a new dawn that they would bloom into, but this is going in amongst the I'm hearing that song, Fly Me to the Moon and Let Me Play Among the Stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. I'm hearing the one by Tony Bennett, even though I know a lot of people have covered that, but I love it his way most. This energy of being all the way up into the galaxy, huge, huge potential for tremendous success this month. Okay, so let me ask this way. What actions would our Virgo potentially need to take? What is the thing that they need to cut out of their life? What is the transformation that they need to do then? The Magician. Something about the eye of the universe, the way that they manifest should be a little different. This is Virgo Gemini energy. What does that mean? What is this eye of the universe? The thing that needs to change, the things that needs to transform has to do with their manifestation. 10 of Swords again. Okay, hold on. So Virgo's been trying to manifest the wrong thing. And they need to see what is it they have been trying to manifest that they must stop attempting to manifest. And then that might be all it takes is Virgo stops trying to manifest the wrong thing. And it's like, bam, here comes the flood of all the good stuff. Princess of Cups, which would be an apology. 2 of Swords. Virgo has to stop thinking about somebody coming back in to say sorry. Somebody that owes them an apology, most likely. Virgo has to stop thinking that I would like to manifest some peace, some love offering, either that someone would accept my apology or that someone will come in and offer me an apology. By the way, guys, I'm sorry, my hand is still all dinged up. I wasn't in a fight. I got my hand crushed while I was moving a couch. So anyway, don't cry for me, Argentina. I'm good. It's just, yeah, I'm still scraped up and I know it looks ridiculous. um, that's really interesting because if we look a little closer, it says particularly one of the things that I think that this Virgo has spent far too much time thinking about maybe an ex who, if they're very fox-like, if they're someone who's not to be trusted anyway, especially, here's the serpent on, I'm going to say this is Virgo only because that death card is usually associated with serpents, that represents transformation. Virgo wants to transform. They have been in a standoff with somebody who is not very forthcoming. They're not very truthful. And if Virgo has continued to be in an energetic standoff, saying someday they're going to be sorry for that, someday This says don't waste your gorgeous energy thinking about someone changing their ways, coming in with an apology, especially because Virgo's like, I won't let them in unless they do this, unless they've changed their ways. But this says, don't try to manifest them changing their ways. Don't spend your wishes wishing for somebody else to grow as a person. Let them grow as a person on their own. Don't waste your wishes on them. Don't waste your stardust on them, your magical fairy dust. Spend it on your life instead. We have jaguars here, and somewhere else I saw jaguars. Where was it? Creeping up from the edge. Might have, I guess it was only there. I thought I saw it in 2 cards. Anyway, we have the power of the jaguar here, which is very, very powerful, profound, what do you call it? Spirit animal. And particularly the jaguar in the Latin culture, I think is a really, really powerful imagery there. So our character, our Virgo, does need, and there's cacti here as well. This feels kind of like overlooking the seaside, maybe somewhere in like Mexico or South America or something. I don't know if that cultural heritage has anything to do with Virgo or the person Virgo's dealing with, but we have 2 10 of swords. And this says full stop. I mean, Virgo's getting the message from the universe. If Virgo wanted to have a better outcome, particularly the outcome that could be theirs this month, what they would have to do is stop spending their precious energy wishing for somebody else who already comes across as a fox to change their ways, to say sorry, to offer a love offer. If Virgo changes that energy, if they transform their thought processes, and even here we have buzzards on this death card as well. We have the head of a buzzard right here. We have another one flying overhead here and here. That's, the buzzards are like, they come for the carry-on. They come for the leftover, picking the bones clean of something that already died. This says if Virgo can let go of a relationship that might actually be over completely, and they can stop trying to revive it or stop thinking that there's still some delicious morsel to be had in that connection, if only someone would come in and just say sorry, if they could get out of this stuck energy. This says if Virgo stops thinking about that, they might be able to manifest, not might. This is not about mights and maybes. This is the story of what a character could perhaps welcome into their life if they were to choose this other pathway that is there for them. And I kind of think, obviously it's fiction, right? But I think that that's such a great message as a whole, only because when we let go of things, unburden our mind with certain things, sometimes it gives us the ability to just focus on our own life and pour all of our energy into things in our day-to-day life that we were kind of, our eyes were a little glazed because we were always thinking about something in the past. And so we weren't seeing what's right in front of us. And our energy was being sapped by all that thought process we gave to the past. And now we only shunt that energy to the present and the future. And it's like Virgo could feel like they just got tons more energy flooding them. They could feel excited about their life. They could feel like, oh my God, the things that I could do. I haven't felt this young, this vital, this powerful in a long time. Tell me more about what Virgo gets then. Ace of Coins. First off, a good, yummy pancake breakfast. They get possibly, again, we have money coming in for Virgo. We've had it with the 9 of Pentacles. We have it with the Queen of Pentacles because it's all about abundance. Now, this, even though we literally see cash flow here, we also see nutrition here. And right behind that card, we actually have love. And then above that, we have like a palace. So it would open up Virgo's entire life, like one thing after another. It may start out with yummy food. Virgo might really enjoy the flavor of food more. They might have some good pancakes. Again, we have something about mornings are going to be good for Virgo. Maybe Virgo first off would start out feeling like, God, I love waking up in the morning, instead of instantly their mind goes to that ex and a relationship that was already, difficult and technically was already over. So morning could be like Virgo just loves waking up in the morning again. They could have an appetite for breakfast. They could start to notice that they wind up making more money. Their attitude is brighter and lighter. It seems like things roll in for them. And then the next phase is that heart that's right behind the images of this card that has the pancakes and the cash on it. Love is right behind that. And then this huge, like, I don't know if Virgo's going to fall in love with somebody that is very wealthy. I mean, it's a lot to happen in 1 month, but anything is possible. Why do we have this King of Swords associated with all the skulls? Hold on. What does that have to do with this new path? If Virgo chooses to stop thinking about an ex, coming back to apologize, revamping something, if Virgo only looks at their own life and they have all of this positive energy, what is the King of Swords representing? What concerns me is that the skulls are there, which makes me think that's the ex. We have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. So Virgo's turn of good fortune and the things that start to just kind of like naturally fall into place for our Virgo, should they choose to turn their energy away from an ex and just focus on their present and their future, it looks like everything falls into place, one thing after another. And I don't know if this is them being able to release any hard feelings toward that ex and saying, you know what, I'm not confused anymore. They're just who they should be. They just weren't for me. I wouldn't have wanted to live in their dark, dank castle. I'd rather live in this kind of boisterously colored, like purple and gold palace. You know what? I'm meant for somebody else. So they're fine. I can let them go. Now, I could see it that way, or we could say that a King of Swords themselves goes through a massive transformation, all because of Virgo's energetic changes. And that could be them getting much more clear vision. And we literally see an eyeball here, and it's like a cool drink of water with lime in it, and it's Ace of Cups. There's love. Somebody, this is representing whomever it is that gets very clear on the fact that they love Virgo. And it looks like it's a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I don't want to say that this is the ex. The only suspicion I had is because of the skulls. It doesn't mean that it's like when Virgo lets go of needing an ex to change and just focuses on their own life, that somehow that magically makes the ex change and be so clear on who they love, what they want all of a sudden. I don't want to say it that way, but I am saying, if we were to step back from this story a little further and say the way Virgo's life could go is governed by how much they're able to relax and release this tension of holding on. Sometimes we hold on to stuff and we want something to be a certain way, and it makes this energy of tension. And all of this says, if Virgo relaxes, whatever they've held on to, a need for things to go a particular way and a particular timeline and a precision of how it should all play out, if Virgo just lets all that go, it's like they've been standing on a garden hose. I need it to go this way. I'm going to stand here and I'm going to hold on tightly, and it has to go this way. And if Virgo just steps back and relaxes, all of a sudden the water flows through the garden hose again. All of a sudden their sprinkler comes back on, their sprinkler of abundance, their sprinkler of happiness, of love. All of that just rains down on them, and they didn't realize that they were the ones preventing it from flowing for a little bit. I like the fact that all Virgo has to do is step back. I mean, that's an amazing message. So releasing energy, releasing the thoughts of how something has to go, releasing a need for a specific outcome. Actually, look at this Three of Cups. I don't know, Virgo, I don't want to say that it's an ex coming back. It could just be love. Love comes into Virgo's life. Virgo suddenly meets somebody who is smitten with them, who wants to go out dating, who wants to go out to fine restaurants and have a really good time. This is joyful. This is like life gets simpler all of a sudden, all because and this is if during the month of September, Virgo chooses to release something, Virgo chooses to step back, their most beautiful essence of themselves is going to rise to the surface, because Virgo has been holding themselves back from meeting somebody new, from really having the abundance come in. Tell me about that aspect of the finances, because I think that's an interesting message on that everything flows so much better as a whole. If they needed to find a place to live, this Virgo might find an amazing place to live. Maybe it's a palace, but maybe that's like a really nice, whatever, like condominiums or something that they find to go live in. And it turns out it's in their price range. Sometimes when we stress out so much about, I got to find this, I got to find this, it's almost like we push it further away. And then when we kind of relax our energy, it's like we stumble across all the things that we've needed. We have the World card. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so we can't escape the topic of abundance, because I'm asking about, like, what's the deal with the, we saw money there. Nine of Pentacles is matters of, sometimes tangible abundance. This says is a big turn of good fortune. I don't know if Virgo's going to, like, whatever they do for a living is going to suddenly have huge, or their investments are going to suddenly like take off, but the world is massive expansion. I'm sorry I have to cover her up. She's a fertility goddess, and so she has no clothes on, and she's quite generously endowed on the top half. And so I'm just covering her that way. But I don't know, this feels like Mother Earth, Gaia energy. This feels like the World card can be travel. It can be having resources come from far and wide. It could be Virgo becoming famous, or their whatever it is that they do for a living, or whatever their investments are. There's additional sources that just of revenue or of success that come from all corners of the globe. Even here we see in the middle, kind of like all the cardinal directions, and like northeast, west, south, and then we've got southwest, southeast. Everything is being depicted here, and we have all of this planetary alignment as well. This feels so important. I feel like Virgo could see a couple of shooting stars. We have 4 of them on here alone. Maybe there are 4 major wishes. No wonder Virgo needs to clear their slate. If they've been focusing on trying to manifest, a better relationship, fixing a relationship, having somebody come in and apologize to them, give up on that is what this says, as quickly as possible, because it's sapping energy that Virgo should be and could be using to just go ahead and envision good fortune coming toward them. Have other wishes, hopes, and dreams be the forefront, because this is the time for Virgo to actually have those other hopes, wishes, and dreams come true. Oh, this is so exciting. Their whole world can change right now. And all it requires is that they step their energy away from thinking about an ex. That's the big task to do in the month of September, is what this says. Is there any final message here? Now that I've made that statement, is there any big message for what else Virgo should do? 8 of Wands. Run with the inspiration that Virgo has, whatever the ideas are, things that they have wanted to do, people that they've wanted to talk to, ideas and like creative things that they've had in their head for a while. This says a Virgo could be flooded with inspiration. Again, when they stop thinking all the time about manifesting something with someone that there's been stagnation with, they might have been suppressing their own creative flow. And this is like, wow, it's going to be on fire. And it says, do all the stuff that Virgo's on fire for, all the creative, beautiful things, paint, draw, sing, whatever, clean the house, talk to strangers that, have relaxed energy, have fun, all those things, because all of that makes abundance flow into Virgo's world better. When I say abundance, I mean, yes, we saw money, but keep in mind that's all, it doesn't mean Virgo's suddenly going to become a billionaire, in this storyline, but they may just find that they have a better relationship with things like finances. If they're not also always focusing on what is stuck, if they lift their energy and their mindset, everything might seem lighter and brighter, and their relationship with things like abundance could get better. That's more the way I would probably describe that. But wow, a very fruitful September. I love that. All right, take care. Thank you guys. Thanks for being here.